I'd like to begin on speaking to Bill C-38, an act to amend the Indian Act.
Seems to be some conversations going across the floor. Again, I would ask members if they want to have conversations to please take it out while someone else has the floor. A point of order, the honourable member for Edmonton Strathcona.
Madam Speaker, I tried to turn the other cheek, but the member from St. Albert has now repeatedly said things that the Speaker has already said are not allowed in this place. So I don't know if he needs to be told again. I'd like him to apologize. He said things that are frankly very untrue and that the Speaker has already ruled are out of order in this place. He needs to apologize for those statements.
Yes.
So therefore, I certainly didn't hear what was being said there. And I would just ask, I certainly will listen to the recordings to see if we can hear what was being said, but I would just remind members, if they do not have the floor, they should not be trying to participate in the debate until the appropriate time, which is during questions and comments, or until it's their turn to have to speak on the debate itself. If they want to have conversations with other members, it's not about trying to have that conversation across the way while the proceedings are in the House. They should take it out into the lobby. I'll get back to the House if need be. The honourable member for Vaughan Woodbridge.
Thank you, Madame la Présidente, for your intervention there. Madame la Présidente, before I begin, it's important to acknowledge that Canada's Parliament is located on the unceded traditional lands of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe people. Madam Speaker, it is a pleasure to speak today on this topic and to join my honourable colleagues who are providing important information.
Conversations being had. I would just again ask members to please step out. It's very problematic for individuals who are trying to make speeches. The House actually has a little bit of an echo in here, and so when we're speaking to individuals, we don't particularly recognize that that sound does carry. The honourable member for Tims James Bay has a point of order.
Yeah, I believe the conversation is about the duty of the chair to ensure that people are not slandered or maligned. When the member was standing right beside her and accused my colleague of being a terrorist because she stands up for human rights, to accuse someone of being a terrorist in the House, Madam, you have an obligation to make sure that the member for Edmonton Strathcona's rights and dignity is not deprived by someone as low as that member over there.
Order. I just want to remind members, I just provided an opportunity for someone to raise a point of order, and other members were interjecting, and they were not being recognized. Again, it's about respect in the House. To answer, I just want to clarify something for the honourable member who just raised the point of order, is that unfortunately, I did not hear what was going on. All I could hear was that there was some conversations, but I didn't hear the actual conversation itself. I don't know what words were used. I indicated that I would listen to the tapes to see if we could pick something up, and if need be, I would come back to the House. I would ask all members to be respectful of each other. I know that sometimes words are being said, and I think that members recognize fully well what is acceptable and what isn't. But when the House is in progress and someone has the floor, it is not the time for other people to interject or to try to have conversations or to be yelling anything out. The honourable member for Frontenac Kingston. Lanark Frontenac Kingston has a point of order as well.
This is a perpetual challenge for all speakers, sorting out the correct order of the parts of my writing name. First of all, I agree with you that nobody should have been speaking during your last intervention, and but happy to say I was not one of those people. Just with regard to the point of order raised by the member for Timmins James Bay, he ended it by making a personal aspersion against the member. He said that the previous member, I'm not even sure which member it was, had been speaking in an unparliamentary way. That may or may not be true. I wasn't here to hear it. I do know you cannot then add, by a member as low as that one. I mean, if it's unparliamentary, it's unparliamentary. We don't have this sort of category where certain members are beneath contempt and you can say so freely as he's just done, and others are okay. That's just ridiculous, and I would encourage him to reconsider that kind of language.
Again, indicate that I actually just spoke to that and indicated that I would listen to the tape. I do want to, again, ask members to respect each other. That's what we are here as parliamentarians. It's no different than when we are out in the community. We want to make sure that people are respectful towards us and that we are respectful towards them. And so I just want to ask members to please be very judicious in the words that they use and to be respectful between each other. And as I indicated, I will listen. I will make sure that we listen to the tapes to see if the Hansard, to see if we can hear what was said. If need be, I will be back to the House to ask that member to apologize if need be. And again, the honourable member for Lanark, Frontenac, Kingston.
Now, my point is that at the end of his intervention, complaining about the unparliamentary behaviour of a previous member, the member for Timmins James Bay added gratuitously the comment that these are unfit comments from a member as low as that one. That, I think, is unparliamentary. I might be wrong, but I think that was an unparliamentary addition to the debate by the member from Timmins James Bay.
Which she heard.
Well, I don't know if she heard it.
I want to remind everybody to be judicious in their comments. The honourable member for Timmins James Bay is raising. I don't know if he wants to withdraw his comment.
I wasn't clear because I didn't identify the member who accused my colleague of being a terrorist in such a, and I think that is a very low comment. He is the member for St. Albert, Edmonton. So I just wanted to make sure that
I would ask the honourable member just to withdraw that part about as low as that. I think that we can move forward. I think that these types of conversations are words that are being used against each other is not acceptable. It's not acceptable in the House. It's not acceptable on the outside of the House. We need to be respectful to everyone. So again, maybe I just want to ask the honourable member to withdraw that part. We can move forward, and as I indicated, I will listen to the tape, and if we can pinpoint what was said, then I will be asking the other honourable member to withdraw his comments as well and to apologize.
Absolutely, Madam Speaker, because I respect this chamber, and this is why I'm asking you to make sure that members like him do not come in and harass and insult and threaten with language of calling someone a terrorist for doing human rights work is absolutely abominable, and I expect a standard. So I withdraw saying that he is low for doing that, but I'm appalled by his behavior.
I will, again, as I indicated, I will look at the Hansard, and we will come back to the House if need be. The honourable member, where were we? The honourable member for Vaughan Woodbridge, resuming debate.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and good happy Friday to you, Madam.